Welcome to Fanopy Growth. I am the host and creator, Jacob, and I am an advocate of this company, Canopy Growth. I am invested in the company as well, just as a disclaimer, and I think that this is actually one of the best companies as far as a growth company and as far as a cannabis company for many reasons. So, I actually started investing into this company in 2018, and I actually got into it when it was rather hyped as far as the beginning of the company, at least that I've seen. I was new to investing, and I kind of got into a company where I thought it was going to go much higher right away, but it wasn't the case necessarily. So I've had ups and downs as far as the investing in the company, but I am proud of the investing I've done so far just because I know of the possibilities of this plant actually that it starts at. So I think that it's been a crazy thought that something that grows naturally or that we can grow and might make us feel good is actually being like banned and blocked for whatever reason that might be. But I think that as time evolves and people evolve, we learn that a lot of the things that we might have thought we knew about, maybe there's other possibilities to it, and um, I happen to know that cannabis has helped me a lot just in my struggles with, um, you know, whether it be pain or stress, different things that can go on in life. And I think that it has a lot of potential to be used in place of a lot of artificial things and things that are maybe popular right now as far as what people use to help them or what they think is going to help them. So as we see, Canopy Growth advances the world's perception of cannabis by focusing on research, product development, and innovative production capabilities, all presented through brands people trust. So I actually heard about this company when the legalization of cannabis in Canada was a popular thing back in 2018. That's when I kind of started taking notice to this company, and they were actually listed on the New York Stock Exchange. So that's another reason why I seen them is because I am in United States of America, and uh, for them to reach that New York Stock Exchange level as a cannabis company really surprised me and made me think that lots of things are possible. So I just want to take a look at some of the things about this company. So we look about Canopy Growth. So let's just go through this. They talk about how in April 2014, Canopy Growth became the first cannabis company in North America to be publicly traded. We followed that with being the first to complete a bought deal to diversify our platform to include both greenhouse and indoor growing to acquire a major competitor and to be listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange. Continuing those firsts, we remain the only cannabis company to be a member of a global stock market index, in this case the S&P TSX Composite Index. So they started out as Tweed, I believe, and they developed the name Canopy Growth. So away from the market's Tweed, a Canopy Growth subsidiary, was the first to introduce the now standard concept of a compassionate pricing, medical affordable for patients. They talk about, they're involved in medical and recreational use. Um, so, so yeah, if you look around, see, then they talk about most recently in May 2018, it was the first cannabis producing company to be listed on the New York Stock Exchange. So they're involved in the medical and recreational use and sale of cannabis, and They invest a lot into the research and science behind cannabis, so that's another reason why I like it as well. Um, let's go ahead and take a look at what else we got here for you guys. So I like to take a look at, let's just say, Yahoo Finance. Let's just search Canopy. So for those that aren't really familiar with Canopy, so they one of the big things that caused a lot of hype for them was the fact that a pretty big company, Constellation Brands, they're actually a beverage, like a beer and wine producer, big company here in the United States that have products such as like Corona beers and Modelo and different wines and different other wines and spirits. But they invested a lot of money into Canopy Growth, 5 billion Canadian dollars, I believe, and into this company that was being trying to be the first and the biggest player in this cannabis space. Um, so for whatever reason, they decided that they wanted to invest into this company, and that's a lot of money to be investing. So it shows that they seen something in them. Um, one big thing that has been um, a talk and also an action in Canopy is the cannabis beverages that we are producing. And I think that it's going to be a big game changer. That was one of the things that kind of brought me into investing in the company as well. So Bruce Linton was one of the founders of this company, and he is probably the greatest salesman on earth. And also, I think he has a lot of foresight and um, good instincts as far as what's going to be changing. So I got in the company when it was, pretty high. So I'd say right around this, 40s, and I seen it going like that, and I'm like, oh, maybe this thing is gonna go to like 100, 200. When it wasn't the case, and I definitely learned a valuable lesson, but you see how this company can run down into that 26 and then shot right back up to 48. So it's like you see the company can move. It's just about what is gonna make it move. Um, so this is like some influxes of cash that are coming in when you see these spikes and the hype about legalization and whatnot. But I think that over this next period here, we can start to see if we can head up and kind of on more of a regulated move. Like um, a lot of the hype is kind of gone, but at the same time, I feel that there's going to be new hype created just as this election comes, and also with um, the drinks taking off, and maybe people see the size of this market, that the drinks can create. And United States is actually growing a lot as far as the cannabis market. Illinois and Michigan and Florida, lots of places besides that, but Illinois is a nice place where I think that the canopy cooperation with acreage can help out a lot. So I might not be covering every single aspect of how this company has gotten to where it is right now. You know, you guys can probably do a lot of research, and I'll try to do my best. But I want this to be like a fan, like almost like a fan club, but more like we talk about some of the things that's going on in the talk. So you see, different. We had a good quarter recently. This last quarter, we announced earnings, and it showed that we were slowing down a lot of the cash burn and that was a big thing. The former CEO, Bruce Linton, was actually fired or was let go because he was spending a lot of money and maybe didn't have a clear path towards profitability, or he didn't really think too much about we need to make sure that we're not just spending, 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 and we have to spend smart and carefully. Not that he wasn't smart, but as you can see, the big money that was behind the company decided they didn't really agree with the path that we were on. So they brought in this guy, David Klein, who was actually the former CFO of Constellation Brands. Pretty smart guy as far as the numbers and trying to keep a hold on everything. So he's there now trying to cut costs as we were spending a lot. Acreage is a company in the United States, and they're actually a company that Canopy has already made an arrangement or deal to acquire them once we get some type of federal permissibility or states' rights or something that can be a triggering act to for so that Canopy can do business legitimately in the right way in the United States. It's still federally illegal, and we don't have the proper framework for the banking and the business side that we need in order for a full jump in, so to speak, into the market. But I think that with the time and the Democratic nominees, I think that some of the talk will heat up here rather quickly. And with this uh, thing going on with the whole sickness and everybody trying to um, grasp for straws or cash, if you will, we do have a large backing from Constellation Brands that's going to be a good feather in our hat. So, um, but yeah, so as you can see that we're in this 17, 16, mark here around there. Um, my hope is that we can get back up off of this chart up to maybe 70, maybe sometime, we never know, maybe even higher. I think this company can be like the Apple or the Amazon of the sector, and I don't say that lightly. Um, I think that when you have good science and also it makes people feel good, and you have the public that's wanting to be a little bit more health conscious, the drinks don't have any calories and they're no hangover, and you know it's made from plants mostly compared to with alcohol where it's you don't know what it's you don't know what these effects are doing to our body, but I don't think it's good. um, yeah, so I think that we're going to be the leader going forward. I think that even though a lot of the talk in the United States is going on, Canopy has been poised to scale this thing up. And I think with the players that we're using, as far as Martha Stewart, Drake, um, you know, Pat Mahomes, Ezekiel Elliott, there's a few different players that are involved, and I think it's going to be a great thing. It's going to disrupt a lot of markets, and we're going to hopefully make a lot of money. And I hope that one day, when the stock is worth $1,000 a share, that um, everybody around the world will be able to benefit from the positivity that cannabis can bring. So, I could go through every news article here, but we'll kind of follow it as we go. I think that Canopy is on the way up, and I think that we have had a lot of struggles in the past, but that we're making smart decisions to bring us higher and higher on this chain of, you know, being the number one cannabis company in the world. I think the United States is going to play a major part in that, and I wish everybody the best and hope everybody has good luck. So it's actually just after midnight, August 17th, a Monday, August 17th, 2020. And, we'll just watch this every week, every day. And, I'll check in with as much as I can, to try to cover things that are going on. But I want everybody to become a fan of Canopy Growth and join us here at Fanopy Growth. And hope you guys have a great rest of your evening, day, morning, whatever it might be for you. And take care.